Good evening, gentlemen. How's it going today? Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Thomas, how is your day going? Mine is awesome. Junior, awesome on the school. George, how is it going? And today we are back out in the T680 from Kenworth. We had just picked this truck up here at the dealership in Los Angeles. We do have our first load all set and ready to go. We got to go grab it at charge though. So without any further waiting, we're going to climb into the truck and get on boogieing down the road. And it is another scorcher outside where I'm at. It's 90 degrees here, and I will tell you guys this right now, it is never 90 in September where I live. Yeah, after today though, well, tomorrow is supposed to be in the 80s again. Then after that, we're going to drop back down to our normal 70s. And Sunday is only supposed to be 61 degrees. I am so looking forward to that. Oh, geez, I got a ticket for doing 35. Are you kidding me? Most municipalities won't even bother looking at you doing 35 and a 30. Oh, well, that's all right. What's $1,000 when you got 4 billion? No, Mohegan had mentioned that he doesn't see anything holding it up for a release by the 14th, but that doesn't guarantee that we're going to be getting it on the 14th, even though he is a beta tester. That's just his opinion. I know the ETS2 updates, they are like coming out every single day. If you guys are wondering, the skin on the T680 today, that comes from Lucasi. You are able to get it on the Steam Workshop. I believe he calls it Storm Metallic. Envious, how's it going today, sir? One of the mods that we do have out and running again today is the interior exterior rework pack. You guys do see that they're right above the 4 gauges on the right. We do have a PeopleNet login device. Now, that is simply not true, George. I'm not sure who is saying that, but that is not true. In random events, ATS got that first. And the only reason that ETS2 got trailer ownership first by a week was because that player base is larger, so they can get hopefully a good majority of the bugs nicked before it even got to ATS. Andy, you have not. Basically, you've missed about, let's take a look here, 6 minutes of the stream, and that was just the introduction, and we're driving through LA, going up here to charge to get our load of TVs going over to Tucson. And please give us an easy parking spot, one to where I don't have to blindside into. Apparently our load disappeared. Okay, where the heck should we go with... it's right up there. Duh. I knew I selected it. What? That's just crazy. Yeah, let's try that again. And definitely not enough room in here in order to finagle around. That's one of the downsides of this, but still not a bad thing either. Me, I am just too OCD'd in order. I've got to be in the dock straight, but who gives a damn? If once we're in here, we're going to go ahead and get loaded. Yes, it does, Envious, but the beta is not supported. Was that the one that he had uploaded today about the extremely tight dock? Adam, how's it going today? Oh, that dock was just ridiculous. I mean, there was why they had all that aluminum sitting outside, I had no idea. I mean, if they're going to be expecting trucks to back into there, alright, granted, he moved some of the stuff for Tim to get in there, but that area should have been clear. I am doing awesome today, Adam. Thanks for asking. CT, how's it going today? No, I am not, Andy. And I downloaded it and checked it out. It's for me, it just a little too much on the buggy side. Once I downloaded the beta, I have not gone back to 1.31. Nearly out of all the loads that I've done, maybe 4 of them have been from the freight market. Oh, and one thing, guys, if you do have Smarties Wheel Pack downloaded, you know those Chrome Alcoa rims, the polished ones that are in his mod, they now work on the trailer. So if you are looking for, besides the ones that come with the steering, not the steering creations, the rim pack for the game, if you download Smarties Wheel Pack, it is available on the workshop. You are able to choose some Alcoa Chrome rims for the trailer. You don't need an overly powerful laptop to play Adam. If you do have Steam already installed, there is a free demo for you to try. Go ahead and give it a download and see how it works. No, I do not, Envious. I am not really a FPS kind of guy. Smarties Wheel Pack there, George. The rims that I'm using both on the tractor and on the trailer today are from that mod. Granted, one thing with the demo, Adam, you're not going to have trailer ownership. That's currently in a beta, but you will be able to run around Arizona for free for you to give it a try. I mean, that's how I played the demo for 3 or 4 days before I dropped the 20 bucks in order to buy the game, and actually, it's one of the best 20 bucks that I have spent. and same thing for me there, Adam. It was $19.99, and then I went out and bought a steering wheel 2 weeks later. That cost me $200. About 6 months later, I upgraded the pedal set. That's another 100. And also at that time, I had got the shifter, which was $150. And probably about a month after that, I had got my Tech Affliction Mega Shifter. So basically, my accessories really are basically just for playing this game. And the reason for that, anyone can drive an automatic. I am a former professional driver. I never drove an automatic truck in my life. I wouldn't want to. Turner, we are on our way over to Tucson. Once we got to California, we are going to be putting the hammer down. And we're on the I-10 on the east side of Los Angeles. And there's my air horn for the day. We do not have train horns or anything like that. We've got 350 miles to go. Once we get into Arizona, it's gonna go by pretty quickly. Definitely, JR, you don't need a degree in order to go into the trucking business. You are going to need a little bit of capital, though, to start out with. No one's going to give you a loan for $1 million just at a drop of a hat. So, and definitely keep your credit rating up and get saving if you're not already started. And so you can at least, I would say, capital-wise, what you're going to need, about a third of what you're going to need for a loan you're going to want already. We are driving the Kenworth T680 today, David. That's the one included with the interior-exterior rework pack. Now, in the AI traffic today, some of the trucks that you are going to see: Kenworth T680, Peterbilt 567, excuse me, 579, excuse me, 579, not the 567. You will be seeing the W900, the 389, and the Kenworth T800, in addition to the 2018 Volvo. And that's going to be the 760 and also the 860 Globetrotter. And that is quite easy, Turner. The gross vehicle weight rating on a tractor trailer that I'm currently set up as 2 axles on the trailer, 3 on the tractor, the gross vehicle weight rating is 80,000 pounds. The weight configurations, I believe, is going to be 34,000 on the trailer axles. You're looking at 34,000 on the drive axles of the tractor, so that's going to leave 66, and then 14,000 pounds on the steer axle. Not so much in this game, but you are able to slide the tandems on a trailer, and trucks that do have it, you can slide the fifth wheel to adjust the weight so you are legal weight-wise on the axles, along with the total gross vehicle weight rating. Yes, they do, Envious. I did say 567, George. That was a mistake. That's to make sure that you're following the law. Federal carrier standards have put the gross vehicle weight rating on this type of unit, tractor and trailer at 80,000 pounds. If you are overweight, you can be fined or put out of service by that state's weigh station. And trust me, back when I was pulling skateboards, I was going through Maryland. I had misloaded a load of steel on my skateboard. I had actually set it too far back on the trailer itself instead of, this was about 2 feet back of the belly of where I loaded it, when it should have been belly loaded. I was 5,000 pounds over on the spread axle on the trailer, so that was 45,000 pounds on the trailer axles when it was rated for 40. You want to know how much that fine cost me and the company would not pay it? Take a wild guess. Ivo, I do not have a date for the release of Oregon. Now, this was not game money, Envious. This was actually in the real world, which was about 20 years ago when this had happened. It was not 75,000, was not 10,000. The ticket that I got wrote up for, 5,000 pounds over on a spread axle, cost me $962. And the company did not pay that. That was $1,000 out of my pocket since I was responsible for loading the trailer. Oh, definitely, Junior. The AI in this game is not the greatest. Alright, we got the green light. We're good to go. Sorry, Envious. I thought you said in game money there. It's hard for me to see my chat. I do have it on another monitor. I'm kind of looking at it sideways. So, yeah, my bad. Yeah, so yeah, that overweight fine that I got cost me pretty much a week's worth of pay. Now I have a triple scene setup, triple screen setup there, Envious. If you want to take a look and see what my setup looks like, there is a Flickr link down below with it. Granted, that picture is about a year old. I do need to get that updated. Yeah, this is a modded profile turner, so I do have like $4 billion. Another profile that I normally use for streaming, I will jump back onto that once 132 is fully released. But this was a profile that I basically used for testing mods out, specifically trucks. And I was constantly buying and selling off trucks. Instead of having to work for the money, I just modded out the money and the XP. You're right, Envious, I do like PCs. Yeah, they were having a noise contest there, Andy. A couple of things have changed in that setup, Envious. The computer case, instead of that one in the picture, is now a Phanteks P350X. The headphones, which are in that picture, which are Kraken Razer V2, the Razer Kraken V2 Pros, I no longer have those headphones, but using Corsair Void Pros. That is the totally wrong place for that car to be riding. I just wish, back when I was driving, when cars would do that, not that I would ever want to wish that, especially not on the tractor, but I would just love to have a trailer tire go out by them. When those things blow, it sounds like a shotgun going off. And that would literally scare the living daylights out of anyone riding next to you. Hey, Martin, how's it going today? Why's that? If you use the link from the SCS forums, it goes right to Gellerman's. I believe he has it on his Google Drive. And because the file size is so large, Google Drive is not automatically going to scan it for you. You can just scan it with whatever antivirus that you use. I'm pretty much guaranteed you're not going to get a virus off of it. That case was a deep cool Kendeman. That was when I had first built a PC. I didn't want to go with a case that cost $100. That one costed $60 at the time when I had bought it. Not a bad case, but it's also not efficient for air cooling either. Right behind the front panel were some hard drive cages, and air really had trouble getting through there into the system. The enchantment bundle, Peterbilt. Hey Jesse, how are you doing today? Yeah, the P350X, I believe this was, where was this released at? Computex, I believe? Which was, and then when it came out, I pretty much bought it like 3 days after release day, and had it at my house within a week. Miles, how's it going today? I'm doing awesome like a possum, Jesse. Thanks for asking. Kelly, this is one of the game trucks. It's a T680. Do have a couple of mods with this, the interior exterior rework pack, which does give me those 4 extra gauges, and then also the PeopleNet tablet, and you do have the option of either having that GPS screen where it normally is, or having one of those Kenworth clusters, which I currently have in there. And I am really hoping once 132 is released that Truckers MP does not kick out the trailer ownership. It should not, George. Did I go too far back? Yep, I did. And apparently it's going to make me get in between the cones this time. Those are the only ones that I've seen him do, George, are the newer trucks. Adam, give me 1 second to get this truck in here so I can take a look at your message to make sure I don't screw it up. And geez, I went and kicked it over too far. What the heck? Why is this not taking? I was back just a little bit. I saw the Freightliner Classic on atsmods.lt, Martin, but they were saying that it did not have cables on it. Adam, I don't know of any truck games for a PS2. And we are going to take a load from here. Where the heck should we just came from Los Angeles, so we're not going to go there. Why not? Let's go over to Las Cruces. Albuquerque, we could go there. Santa Fe, we could. Do we want to take a hot load all the way up to Santa Fe, though? It is due tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Nah, we're gonna go to Las Cruces. Yeah, I did see the Mac R was updated. It does not, envious. I don't get motion sick. Seasick, probably. Airsick, never been. Now that's crazy. In my W9, I was struggling for 5 miles to a gallon. Here we are in a T680 18 speed, we're getting 5.7 miles to a gallon. I mean, what is the difference between the two trucks to where we have more than a half-gallon difference? I do know, Envious, that I am running a Reshade or Sweet FX mod that goes into the main directory of the ATS, so that gets rid of the yellowness in the game. That's why everything that you guys are seeing is so crystal clear. If I turn that off for a second, which I'm going to do here in just a second. Alright, I just turned it off. You notice how the game, all of a sudden, the edges got more blurry and the game has more of a yellowish hue to it. That's what the Reshade Sweet FX gets rid of, is that hue, and makes everything nice, crisp, and sharp. You want to know the best thing about Reshade and Sweet FX? It works in multiplayer. Since it's all done client side, you're the only one who sees it. You'll have nice everything clear in multiplayer too. It's on atsmods.lt, Envious. Is that what I think it is? Yep. We're starting to rain. Jesse, we are on our way over to Las Cruces. Yeah, I definitely don't like straining my eyes in that yellow hue. And I got so used to playing with it. Once I had to disable it when 132 first came, the beta first came out. It's like, screw this, my god, my eyes got so tired so quickly. It shouldn't help with FPS drops, it just makes the game clearer and more crisper. There is no T680 accessory pack for this, Kelly. What's giving me the CB radio and also the PeopleNet tablet is what's called the interior exterior rework pack, and you can find that on the SCS forums in the mod section under trucks. No, it does not, Envious. It does not lower the game performance at all. I am going to do one thing when we get to Las Cruces and we get this load dropped off. I am going to switch trucks. And which truck am I going to be getting into? It is going to be a cab over. That is the only hint I'm going to give you for right now. The W900 long remix, Martin, I am not sure. If it's updated for 1.31, it should work on 1.32 beta. And we are going to be getting rid of the drive van behind us also. We are going to be pulling a skateboard. I can't remember if I bought the garage in Las Cruces or not. If I didn't, that's one thing that we are going to do. Personal preference, Junior, but I prefer the W900 over the 680. It might be Perla, but I'm not going to be able to guarantee that. Alright, no, the garage is not bought. We're going to hop in there and get that bought, though. Richie, thank you so much for the subscribe there on YouTube. I do appreciate it. And Junior, have a great one. Thanks for stopping in. Flyman, no news on that. Lots of videos on how to get that connected. What you do need to have is the Steam version of the game and minimum 2 hours of gameplay in single player. Holy moly, Lieutenant Colonel, long time no see. I was wondering what was happening to my moderator. Do you have your Steam profile and inventory set to public? I know Cyrus the Virus updated his K100. How's the ankle? All done with physical therapy? Alright, sadly we cannot do that, so first thing I'm going to do is trailer manager. We're going to go ahead, dismiss this trailer because we're not going to need it. And we're going to go to the flatbed. We're going to relocate this to Las Cruces. Alright, so we have our skateboard there. We're going to go to the truck manager. Oh, I had it in there. It looks like we're going to have to rebuy the truck. Let's see, is it, I'm not sure where the truck is at. Is it at the Volvo dealer? Nope, I think it might be Freightliner. Not Freightliner, Kenworth. Nope, it's at the Peter Car dealer. I swore I had the truck already bought. There we go. That's what we're going to be running in, the Freightliner Argosy. So we're going to do the raised roof. I don't like flat tops or anything. We're going to do a 6x4. Engine-wise, we're going to, let's see here. In order to have a good-sounding engine, we're going to use the Cummins N14. And we're going to use an 18 speed. That's what I normally run. Wanting 18 without retarder, though. 308s. We've only got one interior. We're going to go with a very simple paint scheme on this. And now we get to customize this bad boy. Chrome handles. And we're not putting a CB in. Chrome mirrors, and we're going to do a paint and chrome bumper. I'm going to do the custom chassis cover on here. These are the pipes. Not a whole lot in here, but we're going to do dual straights. Chrome aero kit, of course. We're going to do the aero side lights. And full side skirts on this bad boy. That's I'm not going to add a whole lot to this, but one thing I am going to do is we do got to put some Fred rims on here. And you can't run a Freightliner without having Fred rims. And that is pretty much it. And we're going to go ahead, I'm going to check the interior. I'm not using the default rim, we're going to go with an Argosy custom. We've already got GPS. We don't need anything else really. Yeah, Lucasi had just put it on the workshop actually. You know one thing I am going to do? I'm going to add a few more lights here on the front. Alright, there we go. We're going to purchase, and we're going to drive this. And we'll throw that one in Las Cruces. And game just crashed. Give me one moment, guys. Which Volvo did you download, Flyman? And Gene, thank you so much for the subscribe there on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Don't tell me I'm going to have to rebuy the truck. Yep, go figure. Actually, I might have it this way. In doing autosave from yesterday. Let's take a look here. Yep, good thing. This was what I was. This is what I was going to set up for streaming today, but I went ahead and actually sold the truck actually when I bought the KW. But we've already got this all set and ready. We just loaded an old autosave, and pretty much the truck's the same. So let's climb in. Right now we are here at the Port of Oakland. These large tubes are going to be going over to Prim. Yeah, we'll just make it easy. Let's just load in autosave because I knew I had it. Did you download it from Frank Peru's website? Awesome like a possum there, Colonel. Flyman, did you download the 2019 Volvo off of Frank Peru's website by chance? And this Jake sounds disgusting. We're gonna change this engine out. Black Eagle, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. And there we go. We've got the engine from Mortal installed now. Ah, yeah, that sounds tons better. You can have this too if you like, Black Eagle. It's the Freightliner Argosy. Since I am running the 1.32 beta, we are on the beta version of the mod today. Anthony, how's it going? Great to see ya. That would be why they're Flyman. If you check out my link from the it would be the video of new truck confirmed for ATS. There's a link for Frank Peru's blog spot in that video description. Go to that webpage and you can download the 2019 Volvo from there. And inside you're going to have 3 different folders once you get it unpacked. One for ATS, and inside that will be the truck. Inside for ATS and ETS2 folder will be the additional mods that you need, along with a PNG image of the load order needed for the truck. Fred Horn, George, wouldn't be anything different. In the real world, I drove tractor trailer over the road for about 7 years. And then I did drive locally for a coal company doing, driving a dump truck, really. There is, if you are on the 1.31, you're going to want the regular version of the truck. If you are on the 1.32, the truck is updated for 1.32, and you will then be able to have the truck without any errors. Yeah, it had the regular Fred horn on it, George. No, I did not. Now, one thing with this Argosy also, since I have the full side skirts, you see these steps right here? When the driver door opened and even the passenger door, those steps would actually swing out. You didn't have to climb up and down, say, like a International 9800 or the 9300. I had a single stack that had a muffler on it. It was, for the 90s, I would say it was average. It wasn't overly loud. They started making this in the mid-90s. Production ended in 2005. You can still buy the truck today, but only in a glider kit. Black Eagle, make sure you download the beta test version. Just search Freightliner Argosy on the Steam Workshop. Either Friday or Saturday, Flyman. Tomorrow night, I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be at my bowling league. That I am not sure of, George. I mean, cabovers still serve a purpose, especially in cities in downtown areas. You don't want to go in there with a conventional tractor that has a turn radius of a city block. That's what cabovers are basically good for, nice tight areas. Black Eagle, I do appreciate the subscribe. Thank you so much. I definitely didn't mean to jump all the way back to California. I actually didn't want to come back to this since we're stuck driving at no more than 59. Have a good one, Flyman. know, what they need to start doing in order to gain drivers back is start offering better pay. And your average company driver is making $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and they are on the road 300 days a year. Is that worth it? A lot of people say no. I have driven a 379. My brother's been trucking for 20 years or so, and after I got my CDL, I was in between jobs. I left one company and was waiting for another, got canned before because I wasn't able to deliver a load on time per DOT regulations. I mean, I'm not gonna go to a shipper and spend an entire weekend in Jersey waiting for them to open. So I brought the truck back to the terminal. Got to the terminal and they fired me. I was never told the load had to be there by noon on Friday. So I was in Ohio. Here it was at 9 o'clock in the morning. There was no way I was getting to Jersey in 3 hours. But so I was in between jobs at the time, and my brother was working for Metal Transportation out of Oswego, New York. They hauled covered wagons, and all of their trucks were 379s. So I went out with him on the road for a couple of weeks and did get to drive for quite a bit. When the shipper never tells you that the load needs to be there by noon the next day, I had stopped at a truck stop at 10 o'clock at night. And I mean, I had maybe like an hour or two left to drive. So I had stopped there and took, at that time, a 8-hour break. Got breakfast in the morning thinking, okay, I still got all day to get there. So here it is, 9 o'clock, made my check-in call to the company, and they're going, that load needs to be there by noon. It's like, where are you? I'm still in the middle of Ohio. It's like, there's no way I'm getting to Jersey City, Jersey in 3 hours. So they pretty much fired me because they said I refused to deliver the load. That's not a refusal. I couldn't make it. And I'm not sitting my ass in Jersey City for a weekend. I was driving for a local company called MBV Trucking. That's Michael, Brad, Victor. And boom. Okay, my bad. Oh, geez. Coda. Man, I guess this run here is Coda the Rookie. And I do hope before this beta does go full release, they fix the visuals on the skateboards, the 48 and the 53 footers. Everything is loaded on the nose of the trailer, which if you're a flatbed hauler, you never nose load one of these trailers. The 132 is going to be the beta truck in the workshop there at Black Eagle. And they've always hauled them. They were a small local company. The World Wide Web was just in its infancy. They do not have a website. One thing about this Argosy though, that doghouse that sits in the middle, it's still there, but this truck was mostly a flat floor for a cabin, which actually did make it not a bad truck. I doubt it, Martin. And I might have a picture of myself next to the truck from 20 years ago, but where I would be able to find that picture, I would have no idea. on finding the 1.32 Argosy. That's going to be the same as what you're looking at here. Hey, Speedy, if you want to call an Argosy a Century class, sure. Not everything was that great back in the 90s. Driver comfort, very few people understood what that meant. So a lot of the seats, at least the trucks that I drove, did not have armrests for the driver. And literally, it was the most uncomfortable thing ever without having an armrest. Now, the first truck that I drove with MBV Trucking, those that did have armrests for the driver. The next FLD that I drove, it did not. It was an old Celadon truck. And then I had drove the ones for my brother, the 379 and whatnot. Those had armrests. The last truck that I drove in, which was a Volvo White, it was like a... I want to say it's not a VNL, but it looks very similar to a VNR, and pretty much that's what the last truck that I drove was for over the road. Thank God that one did have armrests in it. I mean, literally, you had an armrest for your left arm, and it was called the door frame. So that wasn't a busy problem there. But your right arm, forget it. If you didn't have an armrest, I don't know. George never drove a 378. there were only pull cords back in the 90s. So it's kind of hard to see, but if you look right above the door, you'll see a black loopy thing. There's your pull cord. There, now you guys can see it. Then I'm looking up. I forgot I've got my logo there on the screen. Hey Spencer, how are you doing today? What Peterbilt model does your dad have? N14. They did not, George. I mostly drove cats. Roger on the car hauler. If you had straight pipes without a muffler, yeah, they were loud. Jesse, we're on our way to Prim, Nevada. No, they did not, George. They were all single stack with a muffler. Yes, I do know that, Speedy, and that was one of the best things about this truck when they released it. And it looked so awesome when you open the door. then all of a sudden the steps start going out. I believe you did, George. Hey Derek, how's it going today? And I'm gonna try Colonel. Aha, nothing here. Okay, let's check Vegas. We'll have stuff in Vegas. Where should we go? That's gonna take us up across Yosemite. Oxnard, that's gonna take us back down the same way. And Clovis is right across 40. Let's go to San Rafael. But of course, grabbing gears and hauling freight, what else is there to do? And that is very true, and the only way you can buy an Argosy these days is through a glider kit. Being awesome like a possum, Derek. How about you? Yes, it did, George. Pretty much. I certainly wouldn't mind owning one. They look quite cool, actually. And we're going to the bitumen right up here, right outside of town. Pain in the butt to back into if it gives us that one. When looking in all the way over on the right, that's going to be a pain in the butt to get into. Hopefully it's the one that's right closest to the road. I hated the 9300 that I trained in. Whoop, I just put a dent in the cab. Ah, crap. Just the one I didn't want us to be in. Whoa, where the heck am I going? And it's not gonna give it to us. Ugh. Oh, I'm not gonna mess around with this. This is gonna take forever to get in here, and this is exactly why you do not blindside back in the real world, because you cannot see a damn thing. And neither of them. And the only reason, they have dog houses. It's that area that's between the two seats that is all built up for the engine. Literally, you have to crawl into the sleeper. Nope. Once again, nope, nope, nope. It's got a doghouse. Speedy, I think the closest one that came to having a flat 4 was the Argosy, and it wasn't all that flat, but definitely didn't have a doghouse. this is gonna hurt. All because the AI likes to slow down to 20 miles an hour when they start merging. That is my biggest gripe about that game. Well, this game really is what you guys just saw. There was absolutely no reason for those trucks to be slowing down to 30 miles an hour. That is correct, George. would be able to say that. Like always, guys, if you are enjoying today's live stream, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and enable notifications by clicking on the bell. Whoops, I guess I just got myself another driving award. Yes, they were. Yeah, we're still gonna get it fine going through Yosemite, but oh well. I'm gonna be the only truck going through Yosemite, that's right. Illegal trailer usage offense. Woohoo! $1,000 down the drain. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Another driving award. I literally hate when the AI does that. And can't even see in that dash with without the lights on. That's crazy. It was one of the Ultra Cabs. That's pretty close to a 379. I wouldn't mind driving a 359. I mean, it's not, I know if it's a sleeper version, it's more than likely going to be a flat top and something really, really small. Being a driver, you're pretty much, in essence, a quote-unquote paid tourist, although a lot of places you really cannot stop either, as there's no way you can get a tractor trailer in there. Oh, this ought to be fun. Take care, George. Hey, Chris, and guys, I do want to thank you for watching this Wednesday for some runs on American Truck Simulator. If you're not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. If you're not already, if you already haven't given the video a thumbs up, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It would definitely be appreciated. Have a great rest of your Wednesday nights. We will catch you on the flip-flop. Keep that shiny side up.